welcome to the Politricks watch. This is Sir P. Now, just after you're probably recovering from the first video we dropped regarding Russian Bonnet, you're probably just recovering right now. Picked up a few injuries. Here comes the little YouTuber at one more phone. One more video pound head top. Today we're going to talk about Unicorns for Justice. The group known as quote-unquote Jamaicans for Justice. Which, by the way, let me just say I love the name. But unfortunately with many of these groups, the whole thing them really excelling at coming up with great names. Whoever pick these names are masterful tacticians. Because when they hear a name like this, they can't help but support it. But then when they look beyond the surface, they realize, hold on, more than meets the eye. Just like in an Uncle Sam place. First time I hear the name Black Lives Matter, I say, hold on, how can I not support something like this? Black Lives Matter, that's a group I can get behind. Until you look behind the scenes and you start to see the unicorn them. So hold on. Because unfortunately, many of these groups start off with the right intentions, then they get infiltrated by all kind of dopey bots and lead the thing astray. Jamaican for Justice, how can I not support a name like that? Excellent name. Excellent choice of words put together. I love the name. When it comes down to the organization, I can't say the same. Jamaicans for Justice, I love the name. When it comes down to the organization, people them who really call the shots tonight, I can't say the same. I think they need to change them name personally to Police Watchdog. Let me tell you what I'm saying. Change the name to Police Watchdog, or you can even be as cross as you want. Call it Babylon Watchdog. But Jamaican for Justice suggests that Jamaicans can go to you anytime they want justice for something, but that's not how it works. Because people can't go to you to get justice from sci-fi or termite. They tell them, so, well, that's a matter for the law. We leave it to the law. We can't nothing about that. Whether it's an NGO, we don't really get involved in things like that. Get help from the police. You can't get justice when time Richie Blacks and your friend them run up in your house and kill a penny them. You can't get justice for that. But if you tell them, say, one policeman this year, then them get active. So that is why I think them should change them name to Babylon Watchdog or Police Watchdog. If they want to be crass, let's just say them just want to be crass and say, yo, we no business about nothing. You can't even call it Babylon Watchdog. System Watchdog, call it anything you want to call it. But the name Jamaicans for Justice suggests Jamaicans can go to you for justice. But they're not interested in justice for Jamaicans. They're interested in one type of justice. So we need to be specific. Because me I go knock on the door and say, yo, you know, say boy, Richie Black just kick down my door. And right now, police them say they can't help me, so I look to only for justice. And I tell you, so if the police can't help you, we can't help you. But your name Jamaican for Justice. Change the name. Just a suggestion. Let's get something straight here. Because I'm on record. Because people go, look at YouTuber. Enough time me drop video talk about police and all for them wicked and vile, and you have all the Blue Bandit video. You don't have to tell me about wicked and vile police. Me I tell about wicked and vile police. Look at YouTube. Me already tell them, said there's a whole segment of the JCF where simply Afi Gudong for Jamaica reach the promised land. Afi Gudong. Whatever happened with crime and murders this year, or something to build upon. Understand, it not done. I'm not talking about just getting more criminals, I'm talking about getting out enough of the criminals. Them we're still in a JCF and government and all that thing. Like, don't think that the battle there has been won fully. So you don't even tell me about Blue Bandit. You don't have to tell me about vile police officers, crooked police officers. Must always say Blue Bandit. Not only that, remember I am on record stating, quite controversially, that I don't think Jamaica should get rid of Indicom. I am on record stating that Jamaica needs a body like Indicom. Enough people may say, look at you, but you, when we think say you that. No, guy, understand this. While I might not like how Indicom do certain things and how them operate, that is up for debate. How Indicom operate is up for debate. But their existence, I am on the record of saying Indicom need to exist. The history of the JCF, the history of Jamaica dictates that a body like Indicom must exist. So this is no blind support for the police guy video. And the history of this platform, you would know so no Stanky can sing so. On a 1 and 2 or 3 or 4 dopey back night JCF, we're just as wicked and vile as the 87 them I hear me talk about. On a 1 and 2 or 3 or 4. So why me make the video? Well, as usual, whenever some of these things happen, I'm sorry, right, it done and dusted now. The public sphere. You know it, Gary, the PIA and Patreon squad, now make it rest. Look at YouTuber. People in my talking, people in my Spain, people in my mobile, people in my center, and I say, oh, they want you to look at YouTuber say about this cow. They don't hear 1,000 version and them all, they hear everything but they must say, where you are say look at YouTuber. Guy, the people them want to hear my thoughts, you know. I know me not force it on them. They want you look at YouTube, I think more go on. So I'm gonna tell you now. In my opinion, many of the groups in Ireland that masquerade as charities and NGOs are quite simply agents and plants. Sometimes the plants, not about the plant, they go to the ground. Agents and plants. Them turn up with some nice, smooth name. Many of these organizations are what you would call a Trojan horse. Right? A Trojan horse. Them turn up with some nice name telling you that, you know, the Love the Children Association or something like that. Then everybody open up them arms and them doors to them. And next thing you hear them teach. They put them all kind of sitting. Trying to corrupt their minds. So I am very distrustful of many of these NGOs and quote-unquote charities, especially when time I see who are sponsor them. Yes, we know there are many great charities that do great work in Ireland, right, with pure intentions. Right. Unfortunately, we have to put that disclaimer out there because many people's brains have been eroded down to nothing, so even the obvious has to be stated. But Unicorns for Justice make some moves where they, that in my opinion, are not in good faith. Yes. The Jamaicans for Justice protest them put out with there is not in good faith. The local YouTuber is making that statement right now. And only simple folk would fail to see this if them do any kind of research on the history in Ireland about police killings and all them things. Everything you see happen this year, look on it with an extra set of glasses. If you have glasses for your face, put on one next one. Double up the glasses. You know why? Because this is an election year. And in an election year, everything gets spooky, guy. Ireland is about to go under 1,000 murders. Go back and check if you want. Right here on this platform, you heard it first. Jamaica is going under 1,000 murders this year. Matter of fact, we start talking about Jamaica's drastic decline in murders before it even happened. Me tell you, say, once them change Firearm Bail and Corrections Act, and the police now have the legislation to back up the strategies, they will see results. Cause no matter how much pretty police bike you buy give them, how much jeep you buy give them, how much apps you plan, end of the day, when you hold on upon the man, you have to go carry him go court in front of the same old laws. You have to go Lego man, lock up man, Lego man, lock up man. A vicious and non-productive cycle. That is what they've been doing. The Asian hombre finally decided to start doing work. He was twiddling his thumbs like Tweedledee and Tweedledum. For how long? Finally start doing work. And now him finally start get results. Years we are call out the Asian hombre. Years we are fling big stone off him. Years. But unlike many of you, whose loyalty lie with your political party, to the extent where you become blind, deaf and dumb, when you see history is about to be made, you start doing mental gymnastics to justify what Jamaica is pulling off right now. Because I'm not stricken by that virus, I can give credit where credit's due. And I'm not talking about digital or flow. Asian hombre and him friend them are on the precipice of making history in Ireland, modern history. Me have several more big stones right side of me ready right now fling off a umbre. Off of several more issues. But on this issue, the Asian umbre is on the precipice of making history. The people who are trying to downplay Jamaica's low murder rate this year and chalk it up to quote unquote are just true police that kill us so much man. And the police unjust killings are political loyalists disguised as journalists, vloggers, intellectuals, whatever they want to call themselves. Jamaican for justice. Your timing is spooky. Your timing is spooky. I am going to show you in this video that it is quite simply false that high police killings bring down murder rate. The reason why Jamaica is seeing such low murders in 2025 is a culmination of the things I mentioned before. Better laws, better strategies, better intel, and yes, man dead on top of it. But man dead is nothing new in Jamaica. High police killings is nothing new in Jamaica. And in this video, I'm going to show you years where Jamaica had extraordinarily high murders and still saw 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600 murders. Therefore, debunking the myth that killing a bag of man can lower crime. It does not. It does not. Let's go back to Unicorns for Justice, shall we? Unicorn for Justice pretends to be impartial, right? They're supposed to be, they're supposed to have no side. They're supposed to have no ulterior motive. Is that the case? Well, we will see. Let's go back to basics. The group was founded by this woman right here on your screen. Remember her? Carolyn Gomez. Carolyn Gomez. Have you forgotten her, Irish Saxon? She founded Jamaicans for Justice in 1999. It's a very long time. Carolyn Gomez, suffering from the incurable disease known as white savioritis, a wretched disease might I add, the perpetual need and desire to take it upon themselves to quote unquote save and help black people. Understand, this is just another version of white supremacy. Listen, these Negroes can't help themselves. They're not going to get it right. Let me do it for them. I mean, even though there's way more of them than there is of me, they still need my help. They need my guidance. They need my this. White savioritis is what pushed people to skip past millions of poor youths in the United States and fly gone all the way to Africa, say they might help man. And youth in Baltimore and Chicago would have loved the help. Their fellow countrymen would love the help. But you get way more brownie points, way more white savior points for going to Africa and then place to go quote unquote help black people. We're going there today. We're going there. We don't want a friend in the ratings from the Irish Saxon and Anglo-Saxon. We're going there. White savioritis. There is no known cure for it. It often bleeds off from its sibling disease, white guilt. We're going there. Many of your favorite out of many one peopleans, deep down they know the history of how enough of their ancestors became to be who they were. And how them get where them get and reach where them there. Then the guilt starts to kick in. Lord of mercy. Look at those struggling and suffering blacks over there. Start feeling bad. How do I correct this? Oh, I know. Let's overcompensate. Let me take the extreme opposite now. Let me just be amazingly quote-unquote generous to Negroes and panda all day like the panda bear, panda like Kung Fu Panda, and hopefully it will right the wrongs of the past. Vile. We're going there. So Carolyn Gomez fell from the sky to save us all. Hip hip hooray. Now I know you're thinking, yeah, but she's just a Jamaican as you. Out of many one people. Alright, guy. Whatever floats your boat. Understand this. Carolyn Gomez was not elected. She was selected. By who, one may ask? Wasn't elected. None of these NGOs, none of these groups, nobody elect them. Nobody gave them a mandate. Nobody said, this is how it goes. Guy, since you have your philosophy, and this is how you think this should go and this should go, here we do. Turn into a political party and many people elect you. If you're saying this is how things should go, stop pretending to be an NGO or a charity. Become a political party and make the people give you a mandate and say, you know what, we are set are the real thing and we support it. Come run the place. But Carolyn Gomez and her friend name wasn't elected. She was selected. In the end, Carolyn Gomez had to step down after it was discovered that Unicorn for Justice was handing out Sprat Ed content in private quote-unquote care homes to pick them. Go and do your own research. Maybe I'm making it up. Maybe I bad mind Carolyn Gomez for a Lamborghini. Maybe I bad mind her. So go do your own research. Right? Go do your own research. Carolyn Gomez resigns. Go do your own research. Maybe it's bad mind her. Handing out Sprat Ed content in private home. Remember, the children who are in these homes are some of the most neglected, abused, traumatized, violated pitney in a pitney dome. And Jamaican for Justice saw it fit. If you go bring all kind of funny guy thing go give them on that style, but no more I try to help them out because issue I try to do is like help fix this issue. You ain't fixing nothing, children horse guy. And next thing we want to know, where Jamaican for Justice have to do with Pitney and Sprat Ed? What does a group called Jamaicans for Justice have to do with going into private care homes, teaching Pitney and distributing materials regarding Sprat Ed? It doesn't add up. So when things don't add up, where do? Look behind the surface. Come on, guy. How many times have I had to break it down for you? How many times when you see guy come out of nowhere and I say, guy, agent that, puppet that. And someone will jump up. Conspiracy theorists only if it come out down the road. 99% of your favorite journalists, bloggers, experts, whatever are always late. Remember the dopey bat Chief Curry? How early did I call that one? And then after I want to find him out, the one on the one come go like on so smart. Now speaking of Curry, remember in that video I mentioned the name? Soros? Remember the name there? Interesting fellow. Billionaire, you don't know. Bad mind him things them. Have Lamborghini and private jet, me not know. Bad mind him. So when time you see a group like Jamaican for Justice, I get catcher distribute Sprat Ed content to the kids them. Who is behind this group? This group can't be about no Jamaican for no justice. I'm not gonna show no. And by the way, have you noticed they've now switched tactics? The whole quote-unquote nice white lady image backfired upon them. Never work out. So them switched to a black face. You know, maybe these Negroes will stop asking questions if the person who quote-unquote run things look like them. But the person who you see at the front of JFJ now run a thing. Not running, nothing at all, not even run tracks. Enough time when you see something and say, boy, yo, them man that run things, them man that the real man, them man that own this, and you find out say, hold on there. No talk, no real talk. What the real boss so? Remember Diddy? Me thinks I Diddy won Chirac, you know. Told me say Diddy go on with Chirac, me thinks I Diddy won Chirac. I'm telling you already, you know rappers and DJ and artists they're mostly good for. When they push things to people, especially black people, you know them normally push. Alcohol and them things there, but it's alright. Big business and big money, alright. Good for him. Diddy own Chirac. Turns out Diddy don't own nothing. Matter of fact, it turns out so when Diddy follow the people who own Chirac, all kind of things that's spooky for him. Put that Negro in his place. Diddy, who we all thought was some kind of super Negro, turned out was a juvenile. No for the favorite artist them, Rick Ross and them Monday. The DJ boy, we just come back from prison. We want to see her promote all kind of rum and all kind of something. Check who actually own it. This is how it works. You must get a Negro, make him the face side, and then the public now, the Negro masses say, oh, them man that run it and running like them no sense. Meanwhile, Billy Joe on the back rub him on. Meanwhile, Mr. Chino on the back rub him on. Meanwhile, Mr. Singh on the back rub him on. Has to be studied. But it's giving plants, it's giving agents. Who is behind this group? Who funds it? These are questions you should be asking, Irish Saxon. But you don't ask these questions. All the questions you ask is which artist they who breed, who want to take over girl. Them questions they wanna ask. Them questions they wanna ask. Look at your screen right now. These are the major funders of Unicorns for Justice. American Friends of Jamaica. When somebody sit down and think to themselves, we need a group and we are coming up with a name. How can we get a name? Let's call ourselves the American Friends of Jamaica. That's trying too hard, guy. Who for friend of who? Better they call yourself we love jerk chicken. Like more believable. American Friends of Jamaica. Russian Friends of Jamaica. Chinese Friends of Jamaica. English Friends of Jamaica. French Friends. None of them friends them in a trust. The name alone will start shake. Start tremble. Oh. Blood run cold. That the name the vile. That the name the too spooky guy. You try too hard. American Friends of Jamaica. UNICEF. Oh well, we all know how great they are. Wink wink. But a couple of these organizations stand out to me. Especially the one in the middle right there. Open Society Foundations. The Jamaican for Justice is funded by the Open Society Foundation. Who run off the Open Society Foundation? Who? Look on your screen. It's this guy again. Remember him? From the Curry video? Remember him? The Jamaicans for Justice is funded by Soros and him charging them. Where that their group they have to do with Jamaican for Justice. No wonder man did announce Pratt Ed materials down at all kind of homes, boys' homes and something. No wonder! You see, when they look behind the surface, everything end up add up, you know. When you ask the question, why would a group named Jamaican for Justice have any business in any kind of care home and boys' home and hand out Sprat Ed materials and all kind of something? Well, look who are fund them. Remember the Curry video? Me tell you this guy. Them donate too much money for help, quote unquote, help this and help that and bring together Sprat rights and all kind of something. All the issues in Jamaica, that them business boy. All the issues where you can spend money upon for fixing in Jamaica, that they want to fix. The protest timing, spooky. Let me give you a breakdown of police killings over the years. And debunk this myth that I just true police are killing enough man. That's why murder so low. And because of a real crime fighting are going on. Understand this guy. Jamaica has seen years with crazy high police killing figures and murders were still high. I am on record telling you you can't shoot your way to a low murder rate. This is why I stress so heavily on the legislation and the tactics and the equipment and the training. You cannot shoot your way to a low murder rate. It's been tried before. It's been tried before, guy. Have you forgotten about acid? Have you forgotten about the various teams in Jamaica who used to shot man like dog? And nothing happened, guy. Murders never go nowhere worth talking about. It's been tried and failed. Police them on the road now as wicked and dangerous as them the police man from back in the days. Acid and them boy them man they will shot you if you sneeze. And it never bring down the murder rate to what we're seeing now, guy. Let's look at the facts, shall we? In 2006, there were people that talk about there's like 100 police killings. Oh my god, triple digit police killings. This is unprecedented, guy. In 2006, there were 277 police killings in Jamaica. 277 police killings in Jamaica. That year, there were 1,340 murders. 200 and a whole heap of man that for police kill. Remember, we now break it down between over 87, over 90, who did innocent. We just talk about police killings. We not put no context to it. We not talk about if a sci-fi D-Night and Richie Black. We just have to give you straight numbers. Police killings. 277 police killings. 1,340 murders. The following year, 2007, there were 272 police killings. 1,584 murders. So there were 5 less police killings and over 200 more murders. If high police killings equal low murder rate, 2007 that the murder rate they were under 500, that the murder rate that's so low that you could have built song over it, you could have built tune off it. 272 police killings, 1,584 murders. The following year, 2008, 263 police killings, so 9 less police killings. Nothing to write home about. 277, 272, 263 are all in the same ballpark. Same ballpark. It's not like to go from 272 to 125. That's a drop. That's noticeable. 277 to 272, all in the same ballpark. But look on the murder figures. 263 police killings, 1,619 murders. Crazy high police killing, crazy high murder rate. If police killing by itself equal low murder rate, then 07 and 08 Jamaica would have bingo. Look on 2009, 253 police killings, 1,683 murders. So from 06 to 09, very high police killings, very high murders. By your narrative, those years, murder should have been real low, because since all you have to do for lower murder rate was just kill bare people, then it should have worked back then, shouldn't it? Political agent disguised as scholar and journalist, wouldn't it? Let's do one better. 2010. Over 300 police killings. 1,447 murders. Total murders for the year should have been like 300. Because if police are kill over 300 people, that is an astronomical figure. Surely, since high police killings is what is keeping down the murders in 2025, then high police killings will have kept down murders in other years by itself. But that's not the reason why murders is low in 2025. That is a false narrative used to undo the great work that is being done currently by the JCF. It is being done to undo the work where Umbrella pull off because we're going into an election year. There, I said it. 300 killings. 1,400 and odd murders. High police killings by itself does not equal low murder rate. And if that was the case, then the inverse would be true, meaning low police killings would be high murder rate. So look, police not killing over under year there. So that's why the murder is extra high. Let's see if that is true. In 2014, Ironman came spookily close to going under 1,000. This happened after the Tivoli incursion, when Bruce Golding finally grew some cojones. Incursion happened. Year after incursion, we saw 1,100 murders. This low murders continued for 2 or 3 years. But it started in 2011 when Bruce Golding was still in office. The JLP then lose the election and the PNP take over. But that low murder trend continued. In 2014, there were 129 police killings and 1,005 murders. High police killings equal low murder rate and low police killings equal high murder rate, then 2014 couldn't go so. These are facts, Irish Socks. These are facts, Irish Socks. We can clearly see from the data that high police killings does not equal low murder rate. And low police killings does not equal high murder rate. In other words, police killing a bagger man by itself does not lower crime. If that was the case, crime would have lowered long time. Oh, so much lyrics are drop, man. Let me go below and tune. High police killings does not lower crime, because if that was the case, it would have been lowered long time. Producer guy, give me the rhythm. I'm ready for work. Hear them rhyme there? Did you hear that rhyme? High police killing does not lower crime, because if that was the case, it would have been lowered long time. The success the JCF is seeing now is due to better laws, better strategies, better intel, better operations, better equipment, better everything. Them have wholly more way figure. You know the song, it's a mighty long way we travel and a mighty long way we go. Something like so. Them have a mighty long way figure. Whatever number them pull off this year will not be the end. It will only be the start. JCF have whole it more work for the whole it more 87, 90, 116 left out there. No for the major gun networks them have find whole heap of gun a wharf. We still not see no major network bring down yet. We want to see a major network with some major players bring down. We still want to see some 116 get scalped. We still want to see more Blue Bandit get sugar out of the JCF. Whole it more work left to do. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not witnessing history about to be made. And I'm not going to downplay the people who are pulling it off. The JCF has become more efficient. One of the reasons why police killings never lead to much back in the day is because most of the man when they used to kill off was some little small fry 87 dopey bat. They played no major role in the gang. All when time a Dan step out of line and violate Dan you see dead. You never used to see high profile Dans a go back to back to back. You never used to see that. The Dan was relatively safe until him step out of line. Within a short space of time you see Hazy Tickman and Termite gone. Plus Tesha Miller behind bars for anti-gang. Black man behind bars for anti-gang. Spanish Town murders half go down. It half go down. Because it's a minority of people committing the majority of crimes. JCF finally start catch up. It's not 20,000 youths them look for. It's couple hundreds. And when time you neutralize these people, whether it's through prison or death, murders get affected significantly because one man a kill all 10 people. When that one man got prisoner, that one man dead, you see it reflected in the murder stats. It's not astrophysics, guy. Years we are called the Asian Umbre. And we still have a more calling on for do. Because him and him friend them need to be studied. But I'm not going to act like the guy is not standing on the precipice of history. The same people might tell you about a cause this and cause that. If you was for them political guy in a power, they might tell you say, yo, them man they are God Almighty and see come save we. Guy, no need for hyperbole. We can just see. Politicians start do them job. Somewhat, them still not fully do them job. But just a little bit of them I do. Look on the results. Before me end the video, let me just say this. Unicorn for justice, guy. The video will come out with enough people line up and wait for money. The optics is terrible. Me know some of the claims say, yeah, that's true. We just give them bus fare. Bus fare? When since you need to give air money and bus fare for protest. And let me just make this clear. The right to peaceful protest is something that should be cherished and protected. I have no problem with that guy voicing him dissent against the government or the system or police or anything like that. No problem. And in many cases it's justified. But this is not looking like an organic protest. It's giving sponsored. It's giving ulterior motives. For one thing, you know about Iranians and Irish Saxons. By the time the group up and make nice, you don't have to pay them $1. You don't have to give them bus spray. Them you walk and run go there. So, Jamaican for Justice, I love the name. But there's too many spooky things about the organization. Personally, I will never forgive Caroline Gomez and her friend them for what they tried to do in those boys' homes, those private care homes, where they tried to sneak in certain things through the back door. No pun intended. Even before that, I never trusted them. But since then, I've always been very suspicious of the Jamaican for Justice group. Murders are not low because police killings are high. The numbers debunk that myth. Good policing, good strategies, good operations, good intel, good witnesses. Our man is on a roll right now. We have an excellent police commissioner. We have excellent super runner of the thing. To try and discredit the man them work and put it down to just do my shot be a man is the kind of simple folk mentality I continue to talk about. Anyway, Patreon Squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Vulture Squad, stay circling. Bless.